This is Lemmy with RevZilla, here to talk to you today about Michelin Anakee Wild Tires. You should be looking into a set of Michelin Anakee Wild Tires for your bike if you want a tire that's as at home on the street as it is in the dirt. Now this is a tire that's currently being made in 17 and 19-inch sizes, so I'm expecting we're going to see these largely on ADV bikes, but I think those sizes might open up a little bit as time progresses. We'll talk more about that in just a moment. This is a tire too you should probably be checking out, again, that's going to be competing with things like the Heidenau K60 Scout, probably also competing with the Twinduro tire as well. So the K60 Scout, more of a 50-50 tire like the Anakee Wild is described as. The Twinduro though, slightly more aggressive, more of a 40-60 tire, but the reason I'm pitting this against that is I think that this is a tire that's going to kind of be towards the more aggressive side of 50-50. I know 50-50 should mean an even split, but this is an aggressive 50-50 tire. So I think this is going to sit kind of squarely between those two titans of the tire market. So this is a tire that, as I had mentioned, going to be just as at home on the street as it will be off-road. You can see on here, when we're looking at this tire, what we don't have is a continuous center rib. That's going to give you a good off-road bite. You're going to be able to hook in, and this is going to allow you to bite in pretty well at the risk of a little bit more off-road noise. These are said to be a fairly noisy tire, so that's something you probably should be aware of when you're grabbing one of these tires. To me, the big seller with the Anakee Wild, though, is its construction. This is actually a radial tire. I think that's really nifty. I don't know about you guys, but I get a little guilt pang whenever I take a radial tire off a bike and replace it with a bias ply. Most of the tires in this category wind up being a bias ply tire. If you want to stick with that radial construction, though, you're going to be able to do so with an Anakee Wild. I think that is a pretty important feature. It's probably going to be one of the leading, benefits of this tire for those of you who are considering something a little bit knobbier for your big ADV bike. So I had mentioned too, 17-inch and 19-inch sizes here, those typical ADV sizes that we're familiar with seeing. Right now, these are going to be a big seller too. Again, for those of you guys on the BMW's new water-cooled GSs, these are going to come in your size. I know when that bike came out, there was a little bit of hesitation, some temerity with folks who weren't sure if they were going to be able to get good tires, and Michelin is filling the void there with that Anakee Wild. I'm also expecting we're going to see these on some of the big KTM adventure bikes, and I wouldn't be surprised too to see Michelin open up these sizes a little bit. I think this is going to be a really hot seller of a tire. I think Michelin's going to understand that, and they're probably going to crack into that market a little bit deeper. You've seen in our tires gear guide, we've had plenty of entrants in this, sort of on off-road tire as sort of an equal dose of both. The ME07 as well as the Explorer tire. There's lots of good competition for this, but there's a ton of hungry buyers out there, and I think the Anakee Wild is going to really hold its own against them. I haven't had a chance to ride these tires yet, but some other riders have. Click that info button on your desktop or mobile device, read some rider reviews from some folks who have already slammed a set of Anakee Wilds onto their bike, and see what they thought about them. If you need more immediate assistance, don't be afraid to get a hold of one of our gear geeks. Pick up the phone, give them a call, 877-792-9455, or you can always drop us an email too, cs@revzilla.com. I'm Lemmy, I'm out of here.